My name is Jim Power. I'm known as the Mosaic Man. I started doing stuff, a small amount of stuff in 1981, and then by 1984 I had tried to look to something bigger, and I came into the village. I had come in here frequently. It was a place to come to, not the West Village, but this village, right? Two different places, because it's casual here. It's much more, you're more likely to hear a dog or some kids go by than tourists or something else. So you have a different, complete, it's a real village here, and it's pretty big. I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I end up in New York. My only contact with mosaics were once in California. When I got to the city, we took stone down to work with it on St. Mark's Place to a place that had stone on the front of the restaurant, both sides. It was like, this is nice. And I thought, I want to do this for New York, because I had done all this stonework. Like it was no big deal. And coming down Park Avenue, where I was living upstate, to work in the Union, I'm driving down Park Avenue. To this day, they have concrete planters that are all broken up, patched, looks terrible. And I thought, covering that with stone, elegant, which they don't have here. There's nothing built in the old days. The buildings, yes, but everything else is just patchwork, and old sheets, old beds. So that was where it began without me knowing it. Now I had done the whole street in stonework and mosaic work, because here's what happened. Ran out of stone. Now what? So I got some cinder blocks and started covering them in some tile. And at the time, in order to get some color out there, I necessarily wasn't, but it came up to paint the tile. But the whole quest there was to bring color to the streets. Who cares what it looks like? We have none, so a piece is going to look good.
I love his work, and it's one of the things that made St. Mark's one of the best streets in New York City. You know, it was very distinctive, and it's part of the East Village. You know, it's part of the style of the East Village.
So I'm a public artist. The mosaics, recycled, it's called found object mosaics, for lack of a better word. One of my goals, as personal goals, is to finish my trail. I put over 100,000 hours in this. Each light pole, ideally, will have a flag from every country, and more if they're here, but even more so, each pole would have ceramic from that country. So now when you go over to a pole with Italian or Chile or somewhere else, the tiles from there, I think it makes it strong, much more than a painting. I'm not the biggest fan of the painters. Might as well get that straight right now. But the challenge is to bring the mosaics into their technical level. In New York, there's no color, so it sticks out. Oh, look at that red thing, you know, buy that for the sign we're moving or a sale. But that's it. No one thinks of any color outside. It's muted. So this is a chance to put art in the public. That only is the biggest thing I do here. The Greeks put mosaics in public housing. And I now know why, and I can tell you the answer. It tranquilized everybody and prevents crime. Would you agree? Think about that. Now I'm going to make a statement that's absolutely ludicrous. Could this work save the planet? Hello, hi doggies. Hello. Fabulous.